all you see. Forget all about devotion. You say it like you wanna be.
Hello guys, Rami X back in another video, and today's suggestion is what if Naruto is raised by Pakura? Pakura. Okay, so she's a sand ninja who's on screen now in Naruto, who's known for her nature transformation, Scorch Release. Also, the like goal for this video is going to be 300 likes. This is a 1K special, so thank you very much for 1,000 subscribers. It means a lot to me. I didn't think we'd reach it this fast, but that's great. I took down my What If Namikaze clan at Dojutsu Part 4 because of some things within the video and some things that affected me. But yeah, so I will re-upload it, but just make it a bit different. Okay, so backstory here is that Pakura, the girl on screen now with Naruto, is going to be Minato's sister, and that Scorch Release is going to be a skill only used by the Namikaze clan. Not a KK Genkai, but it can only be used by the Namikaze clan, and when you're angry or needed, as Pakura would be told by the sand that she has an A-rank mission to the Leaf to steal the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, or, to be more specific, Naruto Uzumaki. As Pakura hearing this request would freeze, as an Anbu of the sand then walked past her, looking back as he asked her, "Are you scared?" "No, I accept the mission," grabbing the paper and running towards the gates of the sand at top speeds, as Naruto had been her nephew, as she wanted to interact with him, going past the gates of the Leaf with the Traveler's ID, and finding Naruto, as Pakura would then tell Naruto that she is his aunt, and loves him dearly, and as such, she will teach him to fend for himself, as Naruto then looked up at Pakura, who was taller than himself, hugging Pakura, as he asked her if she knew who his mother and father were, as she smiled, saying, "Yeah, Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, the fourth Hokage, and the former Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tails." "Don't you already know that?" "No, I wasn't told, even by Lord Third. He kept it a secret for some reason." As she thought to himself, probably to conceal his enemies. "Well, I'm going to sign some papers and take you in for a bit," as she then went to the Hokage's office, telling Naruto to wait where he was for her to return, as she then explained to the Hokage of her lineage and her reaction to Naruto, exclaiming that she wants to teach him to defend himself. As Hiruzen then said, "Sure, you can take the boy, but let me see your nature transformation. May I please witness it?" "Sure, give me that metal ball over there," as Hiruzen then looked at it, telling her that it was a beam. Pakura then asked if there was something really strong that he didn't want, pointing to a metal plaque with writing on it, as she then used Scorch Release on it, atomizing it into dust. As Hiruzen then said that on the condition that she returns to the village within 3 years, she can gladly take Naruto, as she would then take a 6-year-old Naruto on a training mission, similar to the one with Jiraiya, as they return to the village with Naruto learning Scorch Release, meaning that he has unlocked 2 chakra natures at 9 years old, those being wind and fire, the nature transformations basically to combine to make Scorch Release, as Naruto would at this point be far above the level of a Chunin and approaching Jonin, as he has above average Taijutsu, 2 nature transformations, proficient Genjutsu, as well as chakra control, as well as a bond with Pakura, and he had done several missions with Pakura, those being 1 S rank, 2 A rank, 4 B rank, 13 C rank, and 45 D rank, as Naruto would then be brought back to the academy with the worst scores, as he hadn't been there for a year, and Pakura requested Naruto be lazy and not try, as she wants him to spend all his effort on training, as she then returned to the sand, being told by her village that she'll have to go on a dangerous mission, leaving as long as she takes the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tails. She saw this as some sort of plot to get the Jinchuriki, as she technically failed in their eyes, but she did it anyways, knowing that she could defend Naruto, and he could defend himself either way. As he then signed papers, taking him on another 3-year journey, honing Naruto's skills, making him easily Kage level in the Land of Waves. So with this training, there's no doubt Naruto has been able to master perfect as well as improve Scorch Release, making it stronger with more chakra. Being able to use a chakra armor similar to Gaara's sand kept in a flame-retardant gourd on Naruto's back, and being able to create shields with it, but also figuring out that due to the fact that his Uzumaki blood makes him generally more kind-hearted, he usually doesn't incinerate people and tends to slowly kill them or burn them, as during this 1 year, it is entirely spent on accessing the Nine Tails chakra, which Pakura is fully aware of, and wants Naruto to be able to rely on it, because Scorch Release can only come out of Naruto when he's mad, due to him being a half Namikaze. As Naruto would get a somewhat good bond with the Kyuubi, showing him that Jinchuriki can be nice, or to be more specific, people. As Naruto would be able to access up to 2 tails without losing control, and 3 tails just barely, but even tapping into the 4 tails was a struggle and was daring for Naruto, as he knows the side effects as well as his mind and spirit being completely lost in that state. Almost not able to make out friend from foe, leaving Pakura with a huge scar along her back from a Bijudama and 4-tailed state. Even though they had such a great bond, he couldn't even recognize his own family. And that's why he usually doesn't use it. And in their last year, Naruto would be trained exclusively in Taijutsu and Kenjutsu, learning the multi-shadow clone jutsu and creating his own jutsu similar to the 6 paths of pain, known as the 9 tails jutsu. These shadow clones are much stronger than his normal clones, as well as them all carrying their own blades and not dispersing as long as the person who casted the jutsu has chakra, which Naruto has an abundance of, so they usually don't pop. As on the last month, Naruto would go back to a blacksmith who made him his 9 shadow clone swords, and Pakura would request for the blacksmith to make him a blade that can fluctuate shape when chakra is poured into it. Its name is Senko. As Naruto would then go on a mission with Pakura. This was the mission that the sand said was dangerous, as Naruto would then pull out Senko, running at ninja who were masked Anbu, moving around them in a butterfly fashion, killing them, as he would then take the Anbu's armor, putting it on himself, and sealing away his normal clothes, as a trick that he had learned from Pakura, so that he is able to, within a split second, take off his clothing and or suck things into the seal, looking down on a slash in the armor from his blade, deciding that because it's a cloud Anbu, he'll keep it, running at a few other ninja, with Pakura at his side, harnessing his Namikaze rage, and using a combined Scorch Release jutsu with Pakura, disintegrating the ninja. As they were then paid for the mission, and Naruto was told by Pakura that they have an easy mission close to the cloud's border. As Naruto then slipped on his Anbu clothing, and their target was a man of the name Kiri, a swordsman who killed a Sunagakure nin. At this point, Naruto had made a name for himself, and had completed 7 S-rank missions, and 9 A-rank missions, without the help of Pakura. As Naruto would then leap at the ninja, spotting him, as he sent a flare up into the air, as thousands of ninjas swarmed them, and in the end, Naruto and Pakura had been on the floor exhausted, and on a cart, as they were then thrown onto the floor beside a teenage B and young adult A. "Are you the 2 people who took out all of our forces?" as Pakura then exclaimed. "Yeah, what if we are?" "Oh, resistance will get you nowhere," whispering to a Jonin beside him to grab a metal scorching pole, getting it for A in seconds, as the pole was laced with blood, signifying to Naruto as well as Pakura that it had killed someone beforehand, or at least gravely injured them at that, and that they were going to be torturers. As 2 Anbu skilled in torture grabbed restraints, restraining them and plunging into their bodies with scorching hot poles, it made the symbol of the cloud, as Naruto and Pakura were hurt, but not too hurt, asking what their native village was, saying leaf and sand, imbuing the leaf symbol into Naruto's shoulder and the sands into Pakura's. As Naruto, after this, couldn't bear anymore, summoning the 9 tails chakra, breaking the restraints and freeing Pakura, as B then started to retract an 8 tails tentacle, as A then told B to retract it, wanting to see what the kid would do, as he is a Jinchuriki. Being intrigued, as Naruto's eyes then darted around, seeing 2 Chunin standing on a tree stump, leaping towards them and judo slamming them both into opposite sides of the tree, jumping up and falling onto the ground. Coughing up some blood. "Body, don't fail me. Just keep up," as Naruto then pulled out Senko, slashing away at several ninja, imbuing his blade with Scorch Release and launching at these, slashing at his tentacle. Too fast for him to react, almost blitzing him, giving him, as well as the Raikage, a flashback to when they fought Minato, not Mikaze, the yellow flash of the leaf, and he bested them in combat. As B then looked at the tentacle, which had become burnt and all the liquids within it drained, as his eyes then went wide, realizing that what he used can cut through an Eight-Tails tentacle, and strong enough to almost decay it entirely, as A then ran at Naruto with his lightning cloak in stage 1, as Naruto then pulled out a kunai, flipping it, immediately jumping back, knowing of the flying Raijin and how Minato beat them with it, or technically, as Naruto then ran at A, confused about why A would pull out from his onslaught, but shook it off, running at A with his sword in hand, as A amped his cloak to stage 2, running at Naruto, planning on completely overpowering him, as Naruto then whistled as 9 shadow clones then jumped down, surrounding A and B and Pakura with her wounds healed, as well as Naruto then concentrated an extreme amount of Scorch Release, slamming it into the ground, as Pakura jumped up, watching the explosion, as A and B jumped out of the massive explosion, tired but almost unscathed. As Pakura then started to fight both of them at the same time, barely keeping up, almost dying on multiple occasions due to A's speed, realizing that she had benefited greatly from training with Naruto, as well as B's chaotic fighting style, as Naruto then got behind A and B, throwing them behind him and grabbing Pakura, running as fast as he could, throwing Pakura, sending her soaring through the air, as A then caught up with them, and Naruto, who had utilized Scorch Release to knock him off of the branch that he was standing on, as A reacted to this, leaping towards Naruto with B at his side, as Naruto then windmill kicked A, sending him into a nearby tree, and grabbing Pakura midair, jumping away even faster. As B then pulled out his 8 swords, as Naruto then created a Scorch Release shield. As Naruto did this, A was able to pass through and slam Naruto in the ground with the Liger Bomb. As all around, Naruto was engulfed in the vermilion chakra of the Nine-Tails, cushioning his fall, being the second one to survive his Liger Bomb. Jumping up, roaring out in rage, as A and B blocked a huge gust of wind from the screen. As Naruto then boosted himself to insane speeds, Scorch Release, requiring an insane amount of concentration, the opposite of which is his feet and legs being scorched, grabbing Pakura mid-air and running towards the leaf, as multiple ninja then ganged up on Naruto and Pakura, as Pakura then sacrificed herself for Naruto to be able to escape, cursing in the sand on her deathbed, as the ninja then fled the scene, and Naruto returned to the site after they had been killed, as Pakura then told him that that he needs to find his purpose in life, and that her village betrayed her and feared her as well, as the fact that she loved him, and that once he does find his purpose, maybe he could be like his father. Thinking back to the fourth Hokage, as Naruto then said, "Yeah, I'll do that. I'll become Hokage," shedding a few tears and burying Pakura's body. Anyhow, this was What If Naruto Was Raised by Pakura, and please like, share, comment, check my Discord server down below, subscribe, and as always, Rami X out.